आप सभी का स्वागत है पहाड़ी ट्यूटर चैनल में। मैं हूं अक्षत बिष्ट। जैसा कि आपको पता है, हमने इस चैनल पे इंडियन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के लिए होलिस्टिकली प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट की है। जैसे कि आपको पता है, हमने पॉलिटी सब्जेक्ट से स्टार्ट किया था। हमने पॉलिटी सब्जेक्ट में मेजर बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट अपने क्लियर किए थे और साथ ही साथ हमने क्वेश्चंस MCQ सॉल्व भी किए थे। तो वैसे ही उसके बाद हमने इकोनॉमिक्स सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट किया है, जिसमें हमने वेरियस बैंक्स के बारे में पढ़ा, मॉनेटरी पॉलिसीज़ के बारे में पढ़ा, वर्ल्ड होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स के बारे में पढ़ा, कंज्यूमर प्राइस इंडेक्स के बारे में पढ़ा और मार्केट के बारे में पढ़ा। वैसे ही आज हम इकोनॉमिक प्लानिंग के बारे में पढ़ेंगे ऑफ इंडिया। ओके, सो वी स्टार्ट विद इकोनॉमी प्लानिंग इन इंडिया। Economic planning is a process under which attempts are made to achieve desired target of economic development with specified period. Basically, economic planning means your government is planning to develop a country. Basically, how we can develop the infrastructure, our service sector or our primary sector or our secondary sector. As I taught you in previous video that primary sector are those sectors which directly deal with natural resources, and secondary sector are those sectors which deals with manufacturing or making or utilizing the natural resources, and tertiary sector deals with the service sector which provide you service, just like banking or you can say banking and all. Okay, or service providers, basically that comes in tertiary sector, and he also called as white collar jobs. Now, after independence in India in 1948, a declaration of industrial policy was announced. The policy suggested a creation of National Planning Commission and the elaboration of the policy of mixed economy. After we got independent in 1947, in 1948, our government decided to make a National Planning Committee who supervise the development process and infrastructure of India. How our economic growth can be improvised. So the evolution of planning in India. Now we will learn about what are the major things happening towards our economic planning. Okay, so Sir M. Vishwesvaraya, 1934, a prominent engineer and a politician, made his first attempt in laying foundation of economic planning in 1934 through his book Planned Economy of India. It was 10-year plan basically. M. Vishwesvaraya made a mind map and enacted that mind map in his book Planned Economy of India, in which he created a 10-year plan for our economic development, but we do not implement it in our country. That okay. Then Jawaharlal Nehru, 1938, set up a national planning commission by a committee, but due to changes in a political era and a Second World War, it did not materialize. It means it does not enacted due to political reason and war situation in 1938, World War II. Okay, now Bombay Plan, 1940, it leading industrial of Bombay make a plan for our economy. That is called Bombay Plan. It was basically 15-year plan, investment plan. Okay, now S.N. Agrawal, 1944, he gave a Gandhian plan focusing on agriculture and rural economy. Basically, Gandhian ideology is that to make and improvise the condition of agriculture in our country and rural areas, making of panchayats. That is Gandhian ideology, and this and S.N. Agrawal made a economic planning on the basis of Gandhian principles or Gandhian plans. M.N. Roy, 1945, drafted a pupils plan. It was aiming to mechanize of agriculture production and distribution by the state. M.N. Roy drafted a pupils plan, it was aiming to mechanize the agriculture production. You saying that our all the plan, our economic plan, all are revolving around the agriculture. Remember this. Okay. J.P. Narayan, 1950, advocated Sarvodhyay plan. This plan was also on the base on Gandhian plan. Remember this. Okay. Inspired by Gandhian plan and with the idea of Vinoba Bhave, he also a prominent person of that time, Vinoba Bhave. It gave importance not only for agriculture but also encourage small and cottage industry in the plan. Okay, remember this. Now, on 1950, we make a planning commission. Okay, who introduced the planning commission? Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, remember this. Planning commission was set up on the formulated a 5-year plan. Basically, we make the planning commission inspired by Russians, USSR at that time. Okay, we borrowed a planning commission from Russia, just like fundamental duties. Planning commission was set up to formulate 5-year plan in India. The planning commission was created on 15 March 1950. Please remember this date. And the planning era began on April 1951 with the launch of first 5-year plan. The Jawaharlal Nehru was the first chairman of planning commission. The planning commission has been replaced by Niti Aayog on 2015. Okay. India's first 5-year plan. Basically, we inspired by or derived 5-year plan from Russia. It has launched 12 5-year plans. Basically, we launched 12 5-year plans. After 12th, there is a Niti Aayog who replaced the planning commission. Okay. The government of India decided to stop launching the 5-year plan. It was replaced by Niti Aayog. Remember. Okay. On 1st Jan 1950, the first year 5 plan. Basically, this plan is based on Darut-Domar model. Its main focus was on the agriculture development of in country. Remember this. All the 5-year plan, all the 5 years plans are revolving around the agriculture development. Remember this. Okay. Many irrigation projects, basically Gandhian principles. Many irrigation projects including Bhakra Nagal Dam, Hirakund Dam were started in the first 5-year plans. About 44.6% of these plans were implemented. Okay. The community development project was started. This plan was successful and achieved growth rate of 3.6. It means the first 5-year plan is a successful plan. Okay. Now, second 5-year plan, 1956 to 1961. Okay, remember this date also. He frequently asked in question on 1956 which 5-year plan is ongoing. It was based on PC Mahalanobis model. Its main focus is on the industrial development of country and second to transport and communication. Okay, PC Mahalanobis created a second 5-year plan in which he main focused on infrastructure of industries, transport and communications. Remember this. Okay. Steel plant Bhilai, Durgapur, Rourkela was established during this plan. Okay. This plan was successful and achieved a growth rate of 4.5%. Due to assumption of the closed economy, a shortage of food, a capital were felt during this plan. Closed economy is those economy in which we do not deal with and we do not deal internationally. That is closed economy. Okay. Now, third 5-year plan, which is also known as Gadgil Yojana. Okay. The main target of this plan was to make economy independent or to reach self-provision or takeoff. Basically, the Gadgil Yojana, he created this plan and he wanted to make our country self-independent and it means our country don't dependent on other for food grains, for material, for industry, for anything basically. But there is a problem with this plan. At this, when this plan is ongoing, there is a war situation in our country, Indo-China War, 1962. That's why this plan do not success. The plan aimed to increase national income by 30%, okay, and agriculture production by 30%. Due to Indo-China War, this plan could not achieve the growth rate of 5.6%. Now, plan holiday or 3-year annual plan. Basically, we make 3 annual plan because firstly, we are recovering from Indo-China War in 1962. In 1975, our country, we also faced 1975 Indo-Pakistan War. That's why we started holiday planning or 3-year planning. In this, we just revised our plan on yearly basis. Basically, there were the main reason behind the plan was the Indo-Pakistan War and a failure of 3rd-year plan. During this period, annual plans 1960s, you can say that only one year, one made an equal priority was given to agriculture and self-relied industry sectors. Now, 4th 5-year plan 1969 to 1974. There are 2 main objectives of this plan: growth and stability and progressive achievement of self-reliance. Okay, this plan also focused on self-reliance or self-development, self-dependent. After getting lesson from previous wars, we make a plan. We make 4th year plan in which we advise to be self-independent. Basically, okay, we nationalized 14 major banks. Remember this. In which 5-year plan we nationalized 14 major banks. That is 4th 5-year plan. Okay, this plan also a failure because of, you can say that we are recovering from wars and all things. Okay, now 5th 5-year plan 1975 to 1979. In this plan, top priority was given to agriculture. Next came industry and mines. The plan was focused on the poverty alleviation and self-reliance. It means the 5th, in this there is a slogan of Garibi Hatao in 5th 5-year plan. The main goal of this plan is to elevate. There are 2 words. One is elevate, which means going up, and second one is elevate, ALLEIVAT, which start with A. It means reduce poverty. Okay, and self-reliance. 20-point program was launched by Government of India, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. This program, overall, this plan was success, which achieved growth rate of 4.8 against the target of 4.4. The draft of this plan was prepared and launched by DP Dhar. This, you can also say this Dhar Commission also. Okay, this plan was terminated by Janata Party in 1978 because in 1978 there is a change in our government. Morarji Desai government, which introduced rolling plan. Okay, the Janata Party terminated 5th 5-year plan 1977 to 1978 and launched its own 6th 5-year plan for 1978 to 1983, but it only for 1978 to 1980 because after that their government is do not in power. Okay, in 1980 there was again change of government at the center with a return of Congress, which abandoned 6th 5-year of Janata government in 1980 itself. And just remember who introduced this rolling plan? Morarji Desai. Morarji Desai government. Please remember this. Okay. Now our sixth 5-year plan. The basic objective of this plan was poverty eradication and technology. Basically, this plan is main focused on technology. Remember this, okay? And the plan was 19 launched. No, this is not correct. Not launched with Garibi Hatao. That is fifth 5-year plan. The plan give emphasis on a social economic infrastructure in rural areas and also focused on terminating rural poverty and religion disparity. Its growth rate was 5.2 but achieved 5.7. Okay, remember this. Seventh 5-year plan. The plan 1985 to 1980 emphasized on rapid food grain production, increased employment creation and productivity in general. It means seventh 5-year plan is focused on how we can make more employment and how we can emphasize food grains so that we are not dependent on other countries for food grains. Okay. The Jawahar Rozgar Yojana was launched on 1989 with the motive to create wage employment for the rural poor. The plan was also focused on growth, modernization, self-reliance and social justice. Its growth rate was 5.5% but achieved 6%. Two annual plans. We make these two annual plans on yearly basis because there is also a disturbance in our political. There is a disturbance in politics, basically. Eighth 5-year plan could not take place due to volatile political situation at the center. Okay, volatile means changeable situations. So two annual programs are formed in 1990 to 1991 and 1991 to 1992. Two consecutive annual plans were formulated with the frame of the approach to the eighth plan with the basic thrust or maximization of employment and social transformation. Basically, these focused on the employments. Okay, how we can create employment. Now, eighth 5-year plan. In this plan, top priority was given to the development of human resource, employment, education, and public health. This eighth 5-year plan main focused on employment, education, and public health. During this plan, new economic policy of India was introduced. The eighth plan was launched on typically new economic environment. This plan was successful and got annual growth of 6.8 against 5.6. Okay. Now, ninth 5-year plan. The main focus with this growth with justice and equity. Okay. This 5-year plan gave priority to agriculture, rural development with a view of generating adequate productive in employment and eradication of poverty. Ensuring food and nutrition security for all, the plan emphasized 7 minimum service which includes safe drinking water, primary health service, universalization of primary education and nutritional support to children. This is failed to achieve growth of 7%. Indian economy grew only 5.6%. Okay. 10th 5-year plan. This plan is aimed to double the per capita income in India in next 10 years. This 5-year plan aimed to achieve 8% average GDP growth of the period. Reduction in gender gaps, literacy, wage by at least 50%. Okay, increase emphasis on the social sector, education and this health. Its growth target was 8% but is achieved only 7.2, which is not also bad, which is also good. At least there is not a drop. Okay. 11th 5-year plan. The plan targeted growth rate of 10% and emphasized the idea of faster and more inclusive growth. At that time, Prime Minister was Dr. Manmohan Singh, and this plan was created, or you can say drafted by C. Rangarajan. Okay. Its growth rate target was 8% but is only achieved 7.9%. Okay. Now 12th 5-year plan, which is our last 5-year plan. It is from 2012 to 2017, but it's only for 2012 to 2015. Okay, its main theme to faster, more inclusive, sustainable growth, provide electricity to all villages, connect all villages to all weather roads. Its growth rate was 8%. Remember this. Okay, on 2015, our government is changed. Then who came? Narendra Modi's government, who introduced Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India. He replaced Planning Commission to Niti Aayog, who it is also known as think tank of India and chaired by our Prime Minister. The goal is simple, just to develop a country. Okay, Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, was introduced on 1st Jan 2015 through Union Cabinet resolution. This is also a, you can say, this is executive body, okay, which is made by our union ministers, Union Cabinet Minister. The Niti Aayog is a new planning body of replacing Planning Commission. Niti Aayog serves knowledge hub, monitor progress in implementation of policies, programs and government of India. Okay, the chairman and the Prime Minister of India. Okay, remember this. This is not that important, but important is that who is chairperson of Niti Aayog, who is our Prime Minister. Okay, the functioning of cooperative and competitive federalism, decentralized planning, vision and scenario planning, internal consultancy, monitoring and evaluation. Just go through with this, and this is just read it once, and you will understand all the things. And majorly, the basic goal of Niti Aayog is to develop how our country can be developed, how our country can become a more developed country, how our economy can be increased. That is main or major goal of Niti Aayog. So now we will learn about tax structure in India in our next video. So that's all for today. Thank you.